Ooh, there are so many places to travel to play Pokemon Go. But the biggest question is, where are the best places in the world to play Pokemon Go? Well, we will find that out together because I've asked Twitter to show me some screenshots and screen recordings of some of the best play spots in Pokemon Go. Alright, so hi to all of you guys. So yeah, I'm gonna bring my screen up and you guys can see that this is not exactly the best, playground that I have here in Singapore. But let's go ahead to check out Twitter, where I actually made a post yesterday and I said, hi everyone, please show me screenshots or screen recordings of your best Pokestops and gym spots in your area in Pokemon Go. Two of the best places I've experienced recently, if you guys have not caught the video, is the one that I was doing it in South Korea. For Pokestops, it's near Insu Station and it's at Seoul, South Korea, and gyms is at Changnam National University, where I actually did a video for Red Hour for, I think, Yivaldo with Sam Bob and a few of his friends at Daejeon, South Korea. So this is the one for the Pokestops. You guys can see the cluster of Pokestops is just insane. It's like a total of 15 Pokestops if I remember correctly. But if you actually situate yourself smack in the middle of the Pokestops, you can spin a total of 17. But as for the Liot Pokestops, I think you can get a total of like 14 or 15, which is just insane already. As for gyms wise, this is the one at the Changnam National University. As you guys can see, there's like a total of 8 gyms in the grass patch, and there's like so many of them surrounding it. So these are the ones that I've experienced recently, but in the past I've even seen some other crazier places. Not myself, but I've seen screenshot of those. So I'm curious to see what we're gonna see over here from the comments though, because I've not seen a single one, as we have a total of 125 comments to go through. Alright, so let's go ahead and see some of the craziest and best Pokemon Go spots in the world, man. Alright, so let's see this. By 197 Jojo, is a vacation in Budapest. Alright, let's check this out. Oh my god, look at the Pokestop. So one thing to take note though, not everyone knows that actually your interactive radius is different depending on where you are around the world. So right, your interactive radius, if you're closer to the equator, it will be smaller. So hence, me being in Singapore right now, we are 141 kilometers away from the equator. It is very small as compared to being in Budapest, where you are thousands of kilometers away from the equator. So example, if you are in Japan, in Tokyo, you'll be 3,000 something kilometers away from the equator, which then your circle will be bigger. So if you are in Finland, for example, it will be even bigger because it's like 7 or 6,000 something kilometers away from the equator. But that's something that we're not going to talk about. We're not going to talk about like, the environment, how is it like playing Pokemon Go over there, and like other factors that we need to consider whether a place is good to play Pokemon Go or not. But you guys can see this place, there are so many Pokestops. I can see like this person can probably spin like around 20. Very interesting that he has a lot of unique stops over there or so. Alright, and as you guys can see, this gym cluster, I can't count already, man. Let's see now. Let me try and count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, probably 10 or 11, 12. Okay, on the left side, you can see 12 that you can receive from the same spot. And this is probably Red Hour for Mewtwo. As you guys can see, that it's all Mewtwo, other than a Snorlax on the top left of the screen. And also the fact that they are all at the same despawn time also. So that's a pretty crazy place in Budapest, man. But maybe I'll go there. Yep, we will see how we travel there in the future. Now we have a post by a Japanese player. His name is Tomo Kari. He said, best one I know and have been to. Best one in my area, both in Germany. Alright, so best one he has been to is the first one. This one, you guys can see this Pokestops is over here. Actually, I've seen a screenshot of this. My friend Jonas, he actually sent me this. He's from Switzerland, but he actually went to Germany recently. This is in Frankfurt, and he showed me a screenshot of it from the distance, and he tapped on the Pokestops to show me what those were. Those like wall art or something like that. Alright, so I know this one exists. And let's see the next one. This one is the best in his area. It's still pretty sick, man, if you ask me. Like not many places would have this number of Pokestops. So being in Germany, you have a bigger interactive radius. So having this number of Pokestops, you definitely can spin all of them. And I believe it's more than 20. It should be like around 25-ish from what I can see. That's just truly insane, man. Alright guys, I'm not sure if this is an old screenshot or what, but this particular screenshot by Nivis, you guys can see this. I think it looks kind of familiar to one of the shopping malls in, I think, Denmark, if I'm not mistaken, in Copenhagen. I'm not sure about that, but it looks kind of similar to it, and it looks as if it's a dragon type event, as I see a lot of Bagons. So I'm not 100% sure on this, but very interesting spot though. There are some places that the Pokestops got removed, etc. So hence this could be a legacy screenshot already. Okay, this is something that I've seen before. I've seen a screenshot of this particular place before. I didn't know that it's in Sao Paulo, Brazil. I've been to Sao Paulo before Pokemon Go existed with my family for vacation. But yeah, I would like to go to Brazil to actually travel to play Pokemon Go there because I know the community there is really, really insane, and I definitely would like to go to South America again and Brazil to actually go there for vacation plus play Pokemon Go. Especially, you guys can see the community here is just insane. There are so many players over here playing Pokemon Go. I'm not too sure when was this though, whether is it before the pandemic, or it should be before the pandemic, as I'll be very, very surprised and impressed if it's actually after the pandemic that this group of people are actually hanging out in such a large number also. Yeah. Now, we have a trainer who doesn't want to show his IGN, and he has some numbers as the caption of this screenshot. So quite interesting that something is happening over here, but what we are interested to see is the number of Pokestops over here. This is very, very insane though. I think this spot allows you to spin probably around 30 over Pokestops, as with the double radius, what I can see right now, is definitely going to be big enough to actually spin all 30 over Pokestops. It's just magical over here. Looks like a park where it's in the middle of like a river or something, like there's a bridge over there. Not too sure where this is though. Yeah. Now, we have a screenshot by PL90TL50, and he claims that this is not his screenshot, but thank you very much for the screenshot regardless. If about gyms, Porto Alegre in Brazil, not my screenshot, but really cool. Check this out. Alright, we have a line of gyms over there. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 gyms, one line there, from what I can see. Hopefully I counted it correctly, but the Pokestops also is just a lot over there. Pretty interesting though. But I've seen more gyms than this, especially even in Indonesia also. Yeah. Now that we are halfway through the video, I'd like to mention one thing though. This particular comment by Monoculus Tiger, he said, how is it physically possible to have that many stops close together? It really annoys me that certain places can get that, but in my rural area, if they are placed in the same grid, it only makes Pokestop. Well, it's something that's not supposed to be done, where certain things has to happen for it to happen, but yeah, it's not supposed to happen at all. From what you guys can see, the cluster of gyms or Pokestops, especially the ones that I'm showing, the ones in Korea, South Korea. But if you're talking about like the sponsored Pokestops or sponsored gyms, it definitely can exist because that doesn't apply to the S2 cell rule. But if you are saying that it annoys you or what, well, truth being said, Pokemon Go is an unfair game, and it really depends on where you are to actually play the game efficiently. So hence why a lot of people they think that it's okay to actually compete or like compare stats or whatsoever with different people from different country. But truth being said, we are all playing in different playgrounds, all have different I guess Pokestops and gyms to actually go for, and hence there is no true competition when it comes to this particular game, Pokemon Go. Now we have a post by Tom PGCZ, and you guys can see in the distance over there, there's like a huge cluster of Pokestops over there. Very interestingly enough, that they are all like situated in the middle of the road. Most of them are situated in the middle of the road, man. So very interesting cluster, but it's still really crazy to see that many Pokestops like in the middle of the road. So I've heard many things about Greece. People have been telling me that the Pokestops at Greece is insane, and we have a post by Tom Took That personally. Hopefully you don't take this personally though. But at Flivios Park at Paliao Fariro in Greece. Alright, you guys can see over here the Pokestops is really, really a lot. I mean, it doesn't look a lot, especially when he has already spun and do not have the white rings around them. But you guys can see this spot over here. I definitely can see a total of 11 Pokestops that you can spin. Sorry, 12 12 that you can spin, assuming your radius is not that big. But in Greece, you guys can see the white circle is actually really big in comparison to his screen aspect ratio. So the pink circle, the double radius, will actually pulse to almost to the edge of his screen already. That indicates to me that he's very far from the equator, and that indicates to me that he can see a lot of spawns. You guys can see that he can even see spawns like surrounding him, like around the white circle. This will never ever happen at a place in Singapore because we are just too close to the equator. Now, we have a post by Edward LB. LB stands for Long Beach, and I've met Edward before. So he said, when I went to Santiago de Vergara, he said, Panama to see Andreas, he showed me this spot. I thought it was crazy, alright? So he actually showed a Google map of it over here. This is the spot, and this is the screenshot. Yes, bro, this is crazy. I'm not sure if it's any event that's going on, because there are certain events that do happen. Like, I can't remember which event was it, but it was, I think, some event done by Niantic, and they increased the Pokestops count there. But this is just insane. Like, at the middle, from what I can see, because his pink circle pulsed to the very maximum already with the double pulse of the pink circle, I can see that if he were to situate himself like in between the two blue gyms, he probably can spin everything, and that's like a total of at least 20 Pokestops and gyms spun at one spot, which is truly insane, and all of them are lured up. Seriously, because I see so many lures, I would think that there's an event over there, but who knows, maybe it's Edward who actually put down the lures. Thank you very much, bro, for the screenshot. Love it. Now, this is a place that I remember going to before, but I don't remember there having this number of gyms. It's in Ikebukuro in Tokyo. I've actually went there before, but I don't remember seeing this many gyms. I guess, some of them became sponsored gyms. As how to differentiate between non-sponsored and sponsored gyms, you guys can see at the very bottom of this particular gym, there isn't a purple or pink color, diamond looking thingy. But if you look at this particular one, there's something over there. It means this particular gym is a sponsored gym. Likewise for this particular Pokestop, it means it's a sponsored Pokestop, whereas these two, they are not sponsored Pokestops at all. That's how to know whether they are sponsored gyms or Pokestops. So you guys can see the ones in the distance over there. This red gym, and that yellow gym, and include that red gym. Those 4 gyms over there, they are all definitely sponsored gyms, whereas even the Pokestop next to that red gym is also sponsored. So hence maybe there are new sponsorship that came out. In fact, this one over here behind this particular blue gym is also sponsored. So hence, I guess the number of gyms increased like crazy. And this is recently, as you guys can see, it is the Reggie Ice Red Hour, which was just a few days ago, man. Okay, guys, we have something really interesting to investigate over here by my friend Miguel AC7. Check this out. Alright, so look at this Pokestops. It seems quite okay, right? Well, if he actually removed the top part, the notification, you guys will see even more Pokestops. As I'm looking at it over here, you guys can see there's so many Pokestops over there. But the most insane one is actually here. Check it out over here, where it's over here. Bro, why didn't you take a better screenshot of this, man? One line of Pokestops over there unspun by him, and it's just a crazy cluster over there in the middle of the road. But over here, the next screenshot, this is during the Halloween event, I suppose. So as you guys can see that this Pokestops, they are all during the Halloween event with all the pumpkin, things at the bottom, including all the gyms. They're all red. Well, bro, what did you do over here, man? Did you just turn all the gyms red? But most of them are sponsored. As you guys can see the pink color thing at the very bottom of the gyms and the Pokestops. In fact, I would say pretty much all, right? Other than this particular one over here, this is not sponsored. Everything else from what I can see is sponsored. I'm not sure about this one, the one with the Melmetal on it. But yeah, a lot of sponsorship over here. This one is also not. This one is also sponsored, the Tyranitar. Probably an event going on there. Okay, now this looks pretty crazy by Ciencilo. Look at this. Look at the Pokestops over here, but look at the gyms at the back. What's going on there, man? Yeah. Where is this place? I'm not even sure. Look, I can even see a crazy number of Pokestops at the back over there, and over here. Like, this place is madness. Like, where is this place? I'm not sure if it's in Malaysia. It kind of looks kind of familiar from some screenshots that I've seen before, but I do not think it is in Malaysia. The map looks a bit different from what I've seen before, but I'm not sure, man. So if you guys remember the first screenshot that I showed at the very start of the video, the one that I said was in Frankfurt, look at this. My friend Pokemon GO Traveler Jonas, he said definitely Frankfurt, good luck for typing. Oh yeah, look at this. he actually went there, like I said, and he actually went to lure it up, and it's a crazy number of Pokestops. He actually tapped on the Pokestops and he showed me the screenshots of them. It's basically some wall art on the wall itself, and it's just amazing that there are so many Pokestops at one spot, but it's not supposed to be there. Okay guys, I didn't know about this though. At Castello Sforzesco, Milano, Italy. So this is in Italy. You guys can see the number of Pokestops, man. It's really, really insane. Not sure how big the radius is, but it hasn't pulsed to even the white circle, the maximum of the white circle yet. But this spot probably, if it's big enough, can spin everything, including the two gyms on the left and the right, the yellow and the red one. And then there's another cluster over here. It's just madness here. This looks like a park to me, where there's some buildings over here, as I can see the layout a bit. I'm not too sure where is this place exactly, but it's very insane. I need to learn how to speak Italian, man. Okay, this mall is actually very crazy. A post by Yan, he said, it's not exactly my home turf, but this is Gandaria City Mall at its peak today. A day after Community Day, where there are this many Pokestops in a mall. A single lap of walk with Pogo Plus, you will never run out of Pokeball ever again. So look at that. This is after Community Day. What this person has said is during a Reggie Ice period. So I guess it's during the La Vita Community Day, right? Was it? Yeah, La Vita Community Day Classic. So you guys can see there's so many gyms around there. If you actually make your gyms gold, you actually get to spin more items. If you hit gold gym, you actually get to spin 2.3 more items as compared to spinning a Pokestops. So hence, you know, it's more efficient that way. So if you can see like 10 gyms over here spinning, just 10 of them, it lets you spin technically 23 Pokestops as compared to trying to spin 23 Pokestops, which is insane. You guys know what? Seeing all these screenshots from Brazil makes me want to go to Brazil even more. Well, check out this one by Pedro. Is it? I don't know how to say that, but Parque de Cidade in Brasilia. Brazil is completely busted. Yeah, tell me more, man. Tell me more. What's going on, man? Like, I think you can spin probably like 20 or close to 20 Pokestops from this spot where the trainer is at right now. But there are so many gyms and Pokestops around this park that it's busted. What's going on, man? Brazil. So if you guys want to know why Japan has the most number of top players in the world, it's because they have access to so many gyms and so many Pokestops. I've been to Tokyo, to Japan before to play Pokemon GO. And you know, they have a lot of sponsored Pokestops and gyms around the whole entire country, not just Tokyo itself. But you guys can see these two gyms here are sponsored. A lot of the Pokestops are also sponsored. And it's just insane. Like, this is Zigzagoon Community Day, as I can see the number of Zigzagoons over there. But this player, he actually went over there, I guess, during a late week Community Day also. And it's just insane to see that in Shibuya it's like that. I've been to Shibuya before to play, so I know the Pokestops, all this exists, and it's just truly insane. Now, I just want to talk about a post by my friend PogChop715 and also another reply from another trainer. So PogChop, he shows 4 screenshots at San Jose, California, downtown, and the university campus. Check this out, alright? So there are a lot of Pokestops and gyms, and you know, this is his grind area, I suppose. So during La Vita Community Day, as I do see 2 La Vitas over there in the wild, maybe more, and he incensed a PG, awesome incense that you got. But he's showing the surrounding to show that there's a lot of gyms and Pokestops, and it's currently 4:44 for him. So it means it's 16 minutes before Community Day ends. And the next reply that I can see is that by Wayfarer Quest 777 said, and that is why I can never compete with hardcore players for catches or XP. I don't stand a chance with areas like that. Out there looks beautiful. Well, first of all, I'm going to like both of the trainers' tweets. But I just want to say one thing though, there is no competition out there. Like, everybody has different playgrounds, and if you try and compete with someone who's living in like Japan or living in somewhere that's like so many gyms or Pokestops, you cannot compare. Especially you know, certain people who actually resort to using third-party apps to try and have even more advantage by spoofing from one country time zone to another one, to another one, to another one. There's no competition. You cannot compete and beat or try and win a spoofer, because a spoofer definitely has way more advantage over a player who plays the game legitly. So you know, there is real really no true competition out there. Even here in Singapore, we have a lot of Pokestops and a lot of gyms over here that if we were to compare to a place that I recently been to and there were not a lot of gyms or Pokestops there, like in Egypt, if I were to stay there and play Pokemon Go there, I would say my stats would be way lower than what it is as compared to being in Singapore for so many years. Okay, so this is a screenshot from Dubai by Tennessee Alex. So I've heard and seen screenshots from people playing in Dubai before, and that's why I actually thought of wanting to go to Dubai to actually play Pokemon Go. And my friend told me that there's a place in Dubai you can sit in the Starbucks and you can basically get like 15 Pokestops, and it's just insane. And there's even a spot that you can get 25 Pokestops. I can't remember where, but it's near the river. That's what he told me. From what I can see from this screenshot, this might be it. As you guys can see the cluster of Pokestops over there, and you can see like the water area on the top left of the screen. This might be it. And I can't remember, man, but that screenshot that I saw was many years ago, so I really cannot remember that. But Dubai, I will actually make my way there to play Pokemon Go one day. So for those of you who have never attended any event overseas, like for Go Fest or whatsoever, this is something that you might probably see, especially for the Hoenn Tour next month, which will be held at Sunset Park in Las Vegas. I'm very sure Niantic will actually put more gyms over there so we can do more races. Like this particular example by this trainer at Go Fest Seattle, you guys can see the number of gyms is just insane. There are like close to 15 or 20 gyms around here. From what I can see, close to 15 gyms. So it's more than enough for you to raid non-stop. And I guess the surrounding gyms, there might be even some raids where you can still remote them if you don't wish to do like Cresselia or whatsoever, since you can cherry pick them right now. So we have a post by that Pokemon Go guy. He said, a friend sent me this. Where is this at? Not sure. Let's see though. Not sure also. Well, but you guys can see the Pokestops is just insane. But it kind of show it's the similar screenshot as what I saw just now. It's in Zaragoza, Spain. Okay, Zaragoza is a place that has a lot of Pokestops. I know that because I've seen a lot of screenshots of that, but this did not ring a bell to me. And it's a place where a lot of spoofers actually spoof to actually catch a lot of Pokemon as yup, it'll be lured up like all the time. Whenever I see screenshot of Zaragoza, I always see it lured up. Now, we have a post by Master Warlord. He said, welcome to my insane item grinding spot. I really don't know how this is even possible, and I can't even tap on all the Pokestops without a Gold Plus. Alright, well, check this out, man. We have actually my friend who commented, how is this nickname even possible? Well, if you do not know what kind of nickname he's showing, check it out. Well, this is the spot that we showed just now, right? You can see that it's a crazy spot to actually spin Pokestops in the middle of the bridge, but it's just from a different angle. But I want to show you guys at the back. There's still a lot of Pokestops over there. What's his IGN, man? I'm not sure, man. Yeah, the app that he uses allows him to censor the IGN so they don't get banned by Niantic. Maybe I should start censoring my IGN also. Oh wait, Niantic already knows my IGN. Crap. Yeah, doesn't matter. Yeah, no point censoring. Yeah, I don't even know how to censor the IGN. So to be clear though, in order to have some of those gyms or Pokestops that you guys see, especially those that are not sponsored, yes, there's this thing called Wayfarer abuse. Alright, so we check out this post by Prince Pidov. He said, although I'm not a fan of all this Wayfarer abuse, I'm still okay with clusters as long as everything has been placed correctly afterwards. In Bergen, Norway. Bergen is a place that one of the most popular legend of all trainers, Fuba, plays at. And you guys can see a lot of Pokestops over here, a lot of gyms over here. Some of them are not supposed to be there. It's breaking the S2 cell rules. Even the ones in Daejeon and in South Korea, basically the one that I showed the two screenshots, those are not supposed to be there. Those are actually breaking the S2 cell rules, and it's technically Wayfarer abuse. And you guys can see the comment by Christopher Williams. I was about to say the same thing with Wayfarer abuse, LOL. I know about this, Wayfarer abusing, but the thing is, I personally never do it at all. Alright, I do not encourage people to do it. But if people decide to do this and, you know, try to build a lot of Pokestops and gyms for the community, I guess it's a good thing. You know, people come out together and they see a lot of gyms and Pokestops. They'll go there and play Pokemon together at a cluster of 10 gyms instead of going around to actually be dispersed. I don't know, man. Like, it's a double-edged sword if you ask me. Alright, this is my first time seeing a screenshot of this from PL90TL50 again, but it is at also Poland. I thought of going to Poland, and you know, my friends over there, I have Pokemon Go players whom I like to meet and play Pokemon Go with over there. I didn't know about this spot, man. My friend has never shown me this spot over there, but this is during Oshawott Community Day, which was a very long community day ago. So I don't know, man. Maybe this spot is no longer there. Some of these spots actually got removed by Niantic because, like I said, it's kind of Wayfarer abuse, so it's not supposed to be there. Okay, this is something that I've seen before, and it's by Iham Ramahan. It shows at Taman Lalu Latis at Bandung, West Java. I've been to Bandung before, and my friend Kevin, he actually brought me here to this spot, and we did a car grind around this spot. It's truly insane. Alright, this is not the only one that I've seen before. In Cebu and also in Miri, there are spots like this. There's even one spot that I made a video on in Cebu or Miri that had like 20 over Pokestops also in front of the Chinese temple. So this loop over here is where they actually go to restock for items. And yep, it's just insane in Indonesia. Now we have a comment by Footman. He says, no one gonna say those are cheat spots, and then he tagged Niantic Help. People are blatantly posting screenshots of illegal gym or Pokestops arrangement that you should remove immediately. Well, truth being said, it will be a lot of work for Niantic to do, and not that, like I said, I'm encouraging people to do it. But the fact that these things exist and people definitely get excited to see a lot of Pokestops at gyms at one spot, myself included. I mean, if I see a spot with 20 or 30 gyms compared to a spot that only has like 4 gyms or 4 Pokestops, I will definitely go to the place with 30 gyms or 30 Pokestops. We are Pokemon Go players after all, and we need all these points of interest and basically in-game points to actually play the game efficiently. So if you ask me to be at a cafe that has 30 Pokestops versus at a cafe with only 3 Pokestops, I will take the cafe with 30 Pokestops any other day, man. So we have come to the very bottom of the tweet. That's basically all of the screenshots that I've went through. It's really insane to see all these Pokestops and gym places, but I don't think that is all, because it's definitely not all the ones that I've been to before. Like I said, I've been to Indonesia in West Java, and there are even more crazy places like this. And even in Kuching also, there's a place with like a lot of Pokestops at a temple. I don't have screenshots of all those right now with me, but it's all in my hard drives. But like I said, I'd just like to end off to say that a lot of you guys might be playing in a rural area like myself. Certain times when I go to certain places, I go to places that are really rural, there are no Pokestops there, or really minimal Pokestops. But if that's how it is, that's how it is to play the game. The game is meant to be played like that. But of course, I know to see people playing in cities or whatsoever, it kind of becomes really sad and really daunting to actually do certain things that you're not supposed to do, especially to spoof. But all these things that's happening, like all the Pokestop cluster and gyms, most of them are not supposed to exist at all. But I just want to share some light to show you guys that these are some of the places that do exist. But if you feel that it's really unfair to yourself because you only have 1 or 2 Pokestops in your place, I'm so sorry about that. That's all I can say. But me as a player, I cannot do anything. I cannot remove the Pokestop. I cannot, like ask Niantic to remove all the gyms or whatsoever. Neither do I want that to happen, if you ask me directly, because it's a double-edged sword, as I said. Because a lot of people will be unhappy when gyms get removed or Pokestops get removed. But those people who actually want those gyms and Pokestops to get removed, if you actually have those Pokestops or gyms, do you actually want those to be removed? I'm sure to say no. You definitely want those to be there to actually enjoy the game more, especially during community day, where you will see more people at a spot with 10 or 20 Pokestops being lured out as compared to a place that only has 1 or 2 Pokestops. I only will say this: life is not fair. Likewise for Pokemon Go, where you are born in the world, when you were born, it also affects your life for the rest of your life sometimes also. If you are living in a country that's not so prosperous as another country, then you may feel like you are at a huge disadvantage as compared to someone living in another country. Likewise for Pokemon Go, if you're living in an area that do not have a lot of Pokestops, you will feel that way, and you will feel really sad and disappointed that you are living in a place like that. But I really cannot do anything. The only thing I can say is I'm really sorry for that happened to you. And alright, so hopefully you guys have enjoyed watching and seeing some of the craziest spots here in Pokemon Go. I would love to travel to actually go to some of those places. Hopefully in the future I get to see more screenshots of those. And in the future, when I actually go to those places, I definitely will make videos to actually show it over there. Definitely for events also in the future at Safari Zones and also Go Fest. And those are the places that I enjoy seeing a lot of the gyms and Pokestops comes up by Niantic. Also, that's where a lot of players get more excited to see more Pokestops and gyms come up. And that makes it more exciting for all of us to play the game together. Alright, so hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video. Guys did definitely remember to leave a like on the video. Very much appreciated. Thank you very much. I want to see you guys in the next episode in the next video. Yes, I have to rap again as usual. But goodbye, goodbye, goodbye.